You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
on the track.
It's been a great camp. Been here for 3 weeks. You know, we've been training hard. But you guys are going to see a new champion come Saturday night. I don't see nothing special in Crawford. I don't know why everyone's scared of him. He's in it. Everyone's sleeping. Everyone's sleeping, and soon they'll wake up because I'm going to beat his ass come Saturday.
Is that it? Is that it?
I have.
No, I'm just saying. Like, they getting all hostile.
They're not. They're trying to be the nice people.
He said we all bark but no bite. Come Saturday, he gonna find out how hard I bite. I ain't got to do too much talking because I know what's gonna happen come Saturday.
Yeah, you better enjoy that belt because Saturday that belt's going to be mine. Okay. So enjoy it these rest of the days you can because
I heard that plenty of times, brother.
They're so comfortable. They're so unbeatable. You know, everybody has to lose one day. Saturday's going to be your night, brother.
He's not going to beat me.
We'll see that.
He's not going to beat me.
We're going to pose the fighters, and the fighters know they can say whatever they want. No screwing around. First, you don't get paid if you punch the guy out here.
Wait a second.
Right? No physical
Wait,
stuff.
you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Thank you, everybody.
on the track.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? I'm telling you right now, we are in for a treat for one of the best fights of the year. And even though it's not being promoted like one of the best fights of the year, that's only because you have some of these really flaky fans that are extremely disloyal. See, a lot of these fans, they would root for David Benavidez, but if they feel that he will lose, especially to a black fighter, then they'll throw their fighter under the bus and make excuses expecting him to lose before the fight even takes place. This is the reason why it is only the decafs that are trying to discredit this fight, saying, oh, Crawford is just cherry picking and this is an easy fight. Why didn't he take a harder fight, etc., 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 right? This is no different from when Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao. They asked Floyd Mayweather to fight Manny Pacquiao. Soon as Floyd Mayweather fights Manny Pacquiao, then they all pick Floyd Mayweather to beat him easy, and they all call it a cherry pick then. This is what decafs do. Now, if Jose wins the fight, then those same fans will jump right back on the Jose Benavidez bus, and then they'll start praising him and acting like they never doubted him in the first place. You know, everything I just said right there, I actually had Jose Benavidez in my studio, and I told Jose Benavidez this. I asked him what did he think about the fans that were basically discrediting this fight, saying that it's an easy fight for Crawford, etc., etc., etc. And of course, Jose, he just talked about beating Crawford's ass, which we're going to see what happens this Saturday. Going back, this is a really, really good fight. Once again, the only reason it's not getting the buzz it deserves is because a lot of fans believe that Crawford is going to win the fight, and pride is involved. Pride is involved, and you have a lot of decaf fans that are full of national pride, and they don't want to see Crawford beat a Jose Benavidez. But I'm telling you guys right now, I see this as a very, very competitive fight. I see it as a competitive fight. Don't be surprised if the fight is even the first 3 rounds. This should be a very, very good fight. People forget Jose Benavidez. He has an extensive amateur pedigree. He had about 400 amateur fights. He was looked at as the golden boy of Top Rank when he got signed by Top Rank. So this is not some Rocky Fielding, if you will. And speaking of Rocky Fielding, since I just mentioned that name, It's so funny how hypocritical these decafs are. The decafs that tried to downplay this fight and take credit away from Crawford if he beats Jose Benavidez, these are the exact same fans that have been defending Canelo Alvarez recently for deciding to fight Rocky Fielding. This is how you know this is all about pride. It's all about loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. These fans sticking together, regardless if what's going on is right or wrong. Something I want to say as well. You know, you always get these racists that come on my channel. They love watching every single video because they know deep down what I say is the truth. That's why they never try to counter what I say with any logical substance. So when you know someone is speaking the truth and you feel uncomfortable about it because you can't counter it with anything that makes sense, all you can really do is either throw insults or try to suppress the message. Try to tell a person to stop talking about it, stop bringing it up, but that ain't gonna work. So for all these racist fans that come over here and say, hey man, can you please stop talking about race, etc., 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 I'm not gonna help you feel comfortable with your own guilt. If you're one of the people I'm talking about, then the video and this channel, frankly, is not even for you. It's for, once again, people who want to learn the truth. These are educational videos at the end of the day. But that's the reason why it's always one or two particular races that will ask you not to talk about the race. But coincidentally, when a black person is called a racist because he's reporting the news of Jamal Charlo being ordered to fight Gennady Golovkin, or Jamal Charlo being Canelo Alvarez's mandatory, you never hear none of those fans then say, hey man, can you please not bring up race? You never hear them say this about those fans, right? Because once again, it has never been about them not wanting to hear anything about race. They just want to feel comfortable with being racist towards black people. Now listen, if you're not one of these racist people that I'm talking about, but you just happen to be the same race as them, then you have no reason to feel guilty. This has nothing to do with you. We are only talking about the extreme racist fans that really do divide the sport of boxing, that really do, quote unquote, race bait. Because that is the true definition of race baiting. When you posting racist comments in the comment section for no reason at all, and the video had nothing to do with race, but it had something to do with a black person, that's race baiting. When you see those racist comments towards black people and it doesn't bother you at all, in fact, sometimes you chuckle when you see it. But then when a black person is reporting racism, now you pissed off, now you fired up, now you saying, hey man, I'm sick of hearing about race. Can you just stick to boxing? Oh yeah, now you want to keep it strictly about boxing. But when it came to Floyd Mayweather and his personal life, that's the main thing you want to talk about, because it's a way to discredit Floyd Mayweather, someone you personally don't like. So at the end of the day, when you're talking boxing, you are talking about race, because boxing is based on race, nationality, and pride. This is the reason why a lot of boxing fans' views are always divided and separated. This is the reason why no matter what a Gennady Golovkin does, for example, you have a certain demographic that are going to defend him no matter what he does, no matter who he fights, no matter who he doesn't fight. Because this is bigger than just boxing. This is about race. Boxing and MMA, and you could even throw soccer in there when you think about the racist fans, are some of the most tribal sports in the world. So once again, if it don't bother you when you see the racism, then it should not bother you when you see people reporting racism. If it don't bother you that criminals are committing crimes, it shouldn't bother you when someone reports the criminals or calls the police on the criminals. If it does bother you only when people are calling the police on criminals and reporting them, then that's probably because you're one of the criminals. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.